All right, time to talk your garden. In days like this, I know what you're thinking. It makes you look forward to the hot summer sunshine. And on those days, I know you're going to be outside trying to enjoy your space. Here's some ideas to make the most of your front yard planting from Peter Mezitt from Weston Nurseries. Okay, Peter, so today we're going to talk about creating some dimension in our front yard. And it all starts, I guess, with whether you've got sun or shade.
Yes, sun or shade is the most important factor, and it's important to know that the plants that can take some shade can usually take the sun too.
Oh.
So you're not limited by full sun. You can use almost anything in full sun, but there are specific plants.
But don't put that full sun plant in the shade because it's not going to thrive.
That's right, you want some sun.
All right, so you've got some great examples here. Where do you want to start?
Well, these are popular foundation plants, but the first thing I want to say is the foundation should be not just a rectangle carved out bed in the front of your house.
Okay.
You should think about making it kind of a curved bed and adding some depth to it so you can actually fit a small tree in front of there, because you really want to package your house. You don't want to just say, here's a row of plants in front of my house.
Adds value too, huh?
It does add value, absolutely. If it's time to sell, that's what you want. And plants grow, so you got to make sure that you plant not too many to overcrowd it in a few years, and not too little so it looks like a bunch of ground.
Well said as well, because I look at this and I go, oh my gosh, I love that. How big does it get? And that's something that you have to take into account, right?
And most nurseries are going to sell these as like a 3-gallon size Pyrus or Andromeda. You can see the beautiful new red growth on it, and that's why people love it so much. But that thing's going to get 8 feet if you allow it. So you need to know that if it goes underneath a window, be prepared to prune it, because you probably want to keep it under 4 or 5 feet.
Okay, so maybe a little bit away from that window if you want to let it get big. Okay.
Yeah.
And the hollies are going to be a great option as well for the shade, right?
Hollies are like the most popular foundation plant because they can take shade, they can take sun. This is the classic blue holly. People put these right beside their steps. They can get 8 to 10 feet, so they have to be pruned pretty much every year if you want to keep them 4 or 5 feet, keep them low enough. But hollies are a proven foundation plant. They can take the shade. They have red berries, obviously, and they look attractive. And what people don't know is this is also a holly, too. This is the Japanese holly.
Oh, such a different leaf.
Such a different leaf and different species altogether. And people can put those in rows along the walkway.
Okay, and you love the idea as well of creating a little island, like a little island planting.
Yeah, I think, again, adding value to your house, but also some privacy. You're right. If you put an island with a tree, such as a redbud in front of us here, and some shrubs around that, and again, edged out bed. When you edge it out, you want to get that cut nice and deep so the grass doesn't get in there and it looks nice and neat.
We get that problem at my house.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I just edged this weekend. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. But yeah, creating the islands and then some grass and then your foundation planting is a good idea.
Okay.
You enjoy it while you're there, and it does add value to your house.
And last item, maybe pay attention to some of those deer-resistant products as well.
Deer are such a big problem. Even in Newton now I'm seeing deer, so in toward the city a lot more. The boxwood are probably your best plant. The deer really don't eat these, and yet they're a beautiful evergreen that's going to enhance your foundation or be along the edge of the walkway. So deer, microbiota, this is similar to a juniper, stays low right along the ground. The deer don't eat them.
I love the contrast of the colors too.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I wanted to show.
That's a very Peter thing, by the way, adding the different mix of colors.
Look at that. Put that next to that. Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Right? You got the yellow and the blue and the green in the background. That's just beautiful.
All right, the wheels are turning. I think we got a lot of great ideas here and a lot of great colors as well. So this is a guy that you're going to come see. Peter, thanks so much for the ideas.
Thank you, Sherry.
And of course, Weston Nurseries has locations in both Hopkinton and Chelmsford.